Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this week's video, I'm going to share with you how to heal a broken heart. If you're wondering why on earth am I making this super random video since I'm married, it's because someone very near and dear to me recently got heartbroken and I got so inspired to make this video. So let's begin. My number one tip to you is don't keep it to yourself just because you feel embarrassed. Share it with the people closest to you, especially your family and your friends, because people who love and care about you, they're not going to judge you. You should definitely talk about it, let it all out, because keeping it bottled up inside, it's not going to help. At least people around you, when you're feeling crappy or if you're feeling moody all of a sudden, they'll understand what you're going through. My second tip to you is delete all your messages, all your photos with that past of yours, because you do not need any reminder of that person. Trust me, you're not going to want to one day go through your phone and all of a sudden you see a picture or go through the messages of your past and you feel all crappy inside. Delete, delete, delete. Please don't be like those people who are like, oh, I want to keep it for memories. Hello, if you're not strong enough, you're watching this video, remember, you do not need any reminders. And like the saying goes, don't look back because you're not going that way. My third tip to you is work your tush off at the gym. Run as if you're running from your enemy. Ride that bike as if you're running from a rage bull. Work it. If you do this, your body's going to release a happy hormone called endorphin. And at that point in time, you're definitely going to need some happy hormone. My fourth tip to you is try not to be alone. You have every single right to be clingy because at that point in time, you're struggling. So hang on to your family, hang on to your friends. If it was a crappy breakup, trust me, you're going to need all the support that you can. This is the part that you can be as clingy as you want. Skype with them 24/7. I know I did. I had such supportive friends that every time I felt crappy and they were at their house, I was at my house, I would just tell them, you know what, can you be there for me? Can we go on Skype? And that's what we did. There were times that I would actually go to bed and the Skype was on up until morning. My fifth tip to you is cry your heart out. You got that right. I said cry. At that point in time, you don't have to be so strong. I mean, you just got your heart broken. Guess what? This is what I did, okay? I was crying, and I was like, hang on, why am I crying over this person? He's so not worth it. He broke your heart. This was me talking to myself, okay? I was saying to myself, I was like, he broke your heart and you're the one that's crying. Why are you crying? And every time I want to cry, I tell myself exactly that he broke my heart. So why am I crying? He's just not worth it. So when you feel crappy and when you cry your heart out, and I think that might be your last cry, especially if you tell yourself, why am I crying over this person who broke my heart? He's just not worth it. He's just not worth your tears. My sixth tip to you is read a book. It's called Don't Be Sad, La Tahzan. Somehow when I read it, it just reminded me that everything happened for a reason and that I was going to be okay. And at that point in time, that's exactly what you need. You need hope. Hope that you will be okay. If you don't have the book, don't worry, because you can download the book for free online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include in the info box below a link to it. I remember at that point in time, I was always with my laptop because I was going to sit for my exams. Yep, it was close to my exams. And every time I felt crappy, all I did was I just read the book and I just felt so much better. My seventh tip to you is read articles by Yasmin Mogahid. If you don't already know her, get to know her. And for those of you who do know her, you realize how her articles just somehow, it gives a sense of comfort. It just puts things in perspective. So when you're feeling crappy and when you read something that puts things in perspective, somehow you see things in a different light. So from feeling crappy, you'll be like, crappy off. My eighth tip to you is travel as much as you can, because that's what I did. Somehow when I traveled, I just felt so much better. Not because I was running away or anything. It's more of a, instead of being in my room, all holed up, feeling crappy, when I traveled, my focus wasn't on the awful feeling. Instead, I was looking at how beautiful the world is, and somehow I saw things in a different light. Because I told myself, you know what, Nabilla, instead of feeling awful, instead of focusing on that awful feeling, look at how beautiful the world is. And somehow I just felt so much better. You realize, there's more to life than what you're feeling at that moment in time. My ninth tip to you is wear a wristband. This was actually my mom's idea. So she told me, you know what, every time you feel awful, every time your mind snaps into the awful feeling, snap. And it worked. Every time I felt crappy, my mom knew when I was feeling crappy. My mom, of course, she knows me. Every time I felt crappy, she'd be like, Nabilla, what's your wristband? I'm like, and somehow, my mind was just snap out of it. It works. The pain, the physical pain that you feel, it works. It'll really snap you out of it. My 10th tip to you is pray. I'm not saying pray and ask God to let you get back with the person. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is pray. Pray and ask God, show me why that happened. Give me the strength that I need. So pray, pray, pray. My 11th tip to you is don't torture yourself by listening to those stupid, sappy love songs. Don't torture yourself by watching those lovey-dovey movies. Why would you wanna torture yourself and do that? I'm gonna share with you 7 movies that after I watched it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be okay. So I wrote the list down. I can't remember it for now, so I'm gonna read to you, okay? So the first one is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Number 2, Bridget Jones' Diary, the first one. The third one is Sliding Doors. Number 4, The First Wives Club. You have to watch The First Wives Club. Number 5 is He's Just Not Into You. Oh my god. That was good. That was good. Number 6, The Other Woman. Hello. And Legally Blonde. Ah, Legally Blonde. That was such a good movie. Because at that point in time, you don't want to be watching all these lovey-dovey movies. Why would you torture yourself? My 12th tip to you is keep motivational and inspirational quotes in your phone. So every time you see something inspirational or motivational, screen capture it so that it goes to your camera roll. This tip really helped me out. I remember there were times when I was alone and every time I felt crappy, all I had to do was just go through my camera roll, and when I read all those inspirational quotes, those motivational quotes, I just felt I was going to be okay. And it worked! My next tip to you is that you need to know that breakups happen to almost everybody. You're not alone. Even celebrities go through breakups. And the best point is, they survive. And know that you will too. There's no specific timeline for you to get over this breakup. There's no specific timeline for you to heal. Everybody heals at their own time. You need to know that. Nobody has ever died from a broken heart. Do not commit suicide. They're not worth it. Know this. Time will heal. There's no specific time. It might be 1 month, it might be 1 year, it might be 2 years. Different people heal at different times. The interesting part is that when you are okay, you're going to look back and realize, oh my god, it happened for a reason. Our lives, you know what I realized? They're like dots. Once you look back, you'll see how the dots were all connected. That's exactly what's going to happen. So that's all my tips. I really hope that you find this video beneficial. If you know anyone who's going through this awful period, do share this video with them. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my friends that were there for me. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. May God bless you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you like it, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click that button. Until next week. Bye, guys.